Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Bingo Bonanza, live from the double wide of everyone's favorite beauty professional, Hummel figurine collector, and bingo caller, Miss Richfield, 1981.
I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield, 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play. Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! Hi everyone, it's Miss Richfield 1981 and my buddy here, Mr. Lewis. Hi there. We are all ready for bingo today, and it's a very special bingo. You know, it's what are we on? Number 33. Bad number for Jesus, good number for bingo. Exactly, number 33, bingo. And we're celebrating something tonight that's really been a feeling for a lot of us through the last couple years. We're celebrating Germany. That's right. A feeling that we've all had for quite a while now is coming true on bingo. That's right. It's Oktoberfest. And so you can see I'm wearing my little Heidi dress. Isn't it cute? Lewis just loves it. Woo! And when I turn fast, it spins out. Woo! And so do I. So anyway, yeah, Lewis is not impressed. So anyway, yes, it's gonna feel like we're in Germany because it's Oktoberfest. And I am so excited. We have so much to cover tonight that I want to immediately go to our live studio audience and introduce them because we've got a ravishing group of people tonight. You know, usually we have a talented bunch or we have an attractive bunch, one or the other. Tonight we have both. They're both attractive and very talented. And I think, of course, we're going to start right next to me here with the ladies. And when I say ladies, that's pretty much the rest of the crowd, too. But we're going to start with Anne, Margaret, and Patty. And it's so great to have you two here. And I think Anne and Patty are calling from the East Coast. Are you from the East Coast, girls?
We are. We're from Boston. Get out of here. Pack it up.
I know. I love that. Just the tone is so perfect for Oktoberfest. It's like you're giving us orders, even though you're just being nice. So wonderful. And then next to them is Chris and Miss Veronica, and they are calling from very far away, even further than Boston. They're down there in Orlando.
We love
it.
And is the Parliament House still open?
Maybe.
Okay, well, they owe me $900.
What that?
You could go down there and just tell them they owe me $900 from the last time I was there about 10 years ago.
I think it's a big one.
But my friend, Phoebe, my friend who does my hair is down in Orlando right now visiting friends.
Awesome.
And loves it down there. Says nothing but nice things.
The weather's beautiful right now.
I'll come back. I'll come back.
I'd love to see you.
Well, I'm so glad to see you, and I feel like Chris and I have corresponded a little bit about bingo, and I said, why don't you just be on the show? So it's great to actually meet you and Miss Veronica. You're looking lovely. We're going to get the story on that. I think it's just a friendship, I'm hoping. And then, and then
benefits.
On the circle, we have Brad.
Roommates.
Right, exactly. So Brad is joining us all the way down in Alabama.
Yes, ma'am.
South. And we've got the South is represented well this evening, which is not always the case, I have to say. And so for our Oktoberfest, that'll help sort of soften the German overtones we have to have some Southern hospitality and that gal from Boston. So anyway, Brad, I'm so glad you're here tonight. And you are one of our military.
Yes, ma'am.
If I'm not mistaken, in the Air Force?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Listen to that. I'll take a lesson from that. I know, that is beautiful. And so are you. And I appreciate you being with us tonight. You're another person we've chatted with off and on and have been to bingo several times, but you've never been on. And I'm so glad you're on tonight. You're all by yourself. Are you all by yourself in the world?
Well, I got a Lena bug right back there.
Oh, what do you have?
Lena, you've seen her.
Oh, Lena. Oh, yeah.
Right back behind me.
Oh, she's looking fantastic. Look at her back there. She's just relaxed. She's ready. To me, that's about as ready as you can be when you're a cat. Just all sprawled out there.
Can you not look at her and use the word statuesque?
Cats, it's too hard to be a woman. Anyway, so welcome. And then George, Gary and George are all the way also on the East Coast. They're calling in from P-Town.
Yeah.
We've got a runner. And we also have somebody who works with college kids, it looks like.
Yes, that's what we do.
Isn't that wonderful? And that maybe explains the drinking that I see on, right? Because nothing will push you to the bottle faster than kids. You know what I'm saying? So, and then finally tonight, right below me, right where he was behind me all summer long, and now I've got below me tonight, which is really preferable, if you know what I'm saying, and probably more comfortable for him. My friend Chris, who is also calling from P-Town, and he is the owner of a very special business. What's the name of your business, Chris?
Provincetown Brewing Company.
The Brewing Company. Let's all have it. Let's all cheers. The Brewing Company. Here we go. There we go. Clink. There we go. And I'm telling you, the Brewing Company, I performed at the Pilgrim House all summer long, and we had to be out of doors in the parking lot, and my stage backed up to his back wall. It's actually your air conditioning unit, actually, was right behind me, roaring at a crazy pace for most of the show. But it was so nice, and they couldn't have been better neighbors, which I wish we could say for all our neighbors. But unfortunately, I know the brewery turned out to be great. The hairstyle is not so great. So anyway, but you know how that goes. Are they fighting with you too?
No.
Oh, they don't fight with you. Well, who's going to fight with you? You're a lover, not a fighter. Me, on the other hand, I enjoy a good fight once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what else? Anyway, so, and look at me. I'm all ready. Now, do you have any of these at the Brewing Company? Are you celebrating Oktoberfest?
Of course, absolutely.
It's delicious. These are real low calorie. I'm watching my figure with the holidays coming along and everything. I got to get back into my Santa outfit, and I wear a two-piece Santa outfit. So anyway, I'll talk more about that in a minute, but let's get to Chris. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. And I want to bring on Chris, and I have to get organized here. So Chris, come and rescue me and tell me, I know it's Oktoberfest bingo, and may I just say, you are looking fabulous again tonight.
Well, thank you.
Things I just love about you. Hang on a minute. I'm just trying to get organized here. We started the evening a little disorganized. And
it's going to go downhill from there.
Amber LeMay just says Chris in all capital letters.
So
and that's when she's got her capital letters on, and it says Chris.
I love when she screams my name.
When you hear
Yes.
She sounds like she's talking in all capital letters with explanation points after everything she says.
Yes.
Unlike me in my soft sort of refrain. Yeah, that's not Amber LeMay. So anyway, Kurt Shade from Chicago. Hi, Kurt. All my friends are here. He's my number one fan. He is literally my number one fan because I had a fan club for about 5 minutes. I mean, it was a lot of work, so I gave it up. But I did get like 67 fans, and he was one of them. Yeah, way back. It was just after the war, and so it was all by mail. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work back then.
Well,
so anyway, tell us how this is working tonight. I know we're playing 3 games, but what else is going on?
That's right. So it's not a lot of work to play. You just go over to playbingobonanza.com. And when you're there, you get to play 3 cards. You get to play all 3 cards for every game. And you want to play all 3 cards because it gives you more chances to win one of the 2 fabulous magnets that you'll win. The first 2 people to get bingo, they're the winners. So you have to be fast. So be careful how much of the Oktoberfest beer you drink. It may slow you down. It is a good chance, though, to remind you if joining the fan club and bringing more people in the fan club is a lot of fun. One way you can do that is by hitting share on Facebook. And each week, whoever shares the most, they actually win a special prize from the treasure chest. And this week, it actually goes to Ronald Lefkowitz from Oakland Park. So that's like almost from here.
I didn't know the Jews were playing bingo.
And in Oakland Park in Sarasota. Who knew?
They're not big gamblers.
They're not, but it's free. So maybe, I don't know, just guessing.
You never know. It's fantastic. I love that. What's his name? Though he's from where again? Chicago?
From Oakland Park. He's right next to me in Wilton Manors.
Oh, he's down. Wow. In South Florida.
The South is representing. See.
Fabulous. No, that's great. And we do appreciate you sharing, Ronald. We're just teasing you, of course. We do appreciate you sharing so much because it's really how we share. You know, it's hard for us to do that sometimes. It's really more important for you if you're having fun. Share it with a friend.
That's right. And speaking of sharing, one of the things they can do is if they are having a good time, they could share by if they would be so kind as to send a tip. We really appreciate it. There's 5 of us that put this together, and though sometimes it may not seem like it, it takes a lot. It seem like we make it look easy.
We make it look easy. I know it's much more complicated. I know.
That's right. So you can rate on screen. You can
pages of notes here. Like hang on.
From like 3 weeks ago. And you can also Venmo at Richfield Tips or PayPal me at Richfield Tips. And if you're watching on Facebook, you'll often see a little button that comes up that says tip. You can click that as well. Any way you can do it, we really do appreciate it. It makes all of this possible. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
I know. And, you know, people were saying we didn't have the PayPal. So we did finally set that up. That took me a while. I know. But that took me a little while to figure out that PayPal. But it's the same name as the Viennese tip, whatever that is. I don't know. I mean, I got Germans on the brain tonight. No, it has felt like Germany a lot these days, though, hasn't it? It really has. So anyway, I think you know what I mean in the nicest possible way. So, Chris, I'm so glad you had a good week, hopefully. I only get to see you once a week. We used to see each other twice a week. I felt like we were dating, and now I just feel like we're good friends.
I feel like you found somebody else, and that's why we don't see each other more.
It's sad. It's really sad. Although, did you see my beautiful studio audience tonight?
Very attractive group tonight. I know. I think that's why we were so disorganized.
The men are handsome, so are the women. You know what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, well, let's get started. I think. Can we start? All right, probably. So I want to start out with bingo in any direction. Okay, bingo in any direction, which means you can go just 5 in a row, up and down. You can go side to side. And we call all the letters B-I-N-G-O. You also want to make sure you get your free space. Mark your free space for crying out loud. You already got one. You're winning already. I mean, it's just crazy. It really is. And anyway, it's October, and a lot of people don't like the fall. I love the fall. I think the fall is beautiful. I think it's so much fun. And we have had an absolutely beautiful fall here in Minnesota. We've also got our friend RBG here, who is going to make sure that we're following the rules and everything is working out. She's looking great. Hello, we miss you. Mwah. Anyway, so here we go. We don't want to lose that memory, right? We want to keep that fresh. So we're going to start out with N37. N37, everybody. N37. Now, you already have one because you got your free space. Now you might have 2. And remember, you can play on 3 cards. Don't just play on 1 card. Play on all 3 cards for crying out loud. Improve your opportunity to win, because you can win one of our cool masks. And I don't know what else. Like, oh, no, not a mask. I think it's a magnet. Oh, yeah, it's a magnet, isn't it? It's a magnet. Because you know why? We actually ran out of the masks. We got to reproduce those things. You know what I'm saying? We got to get on the phone, call those kids in the Philippines and tell them to get busy and start sewing. You know what I'm saying? So I-24, everybody. Now, I want to talk to, before we do anything else, I want to go to P-Town and talk to George and Gary because we just left P-Town. We were talking to Chris, and P-Town is one of my favorite places in the whole universe. It really is.
Thank you for coming.
You live there full time?
We miss you.
Are you there full time?
No, we're just here in the summers. Well, yeah.
Where are you the rest of the year?
We're California.
Good heavens. How much money do you homos have? All right. 068. 068. I mean, 2 expensive places to live. We're in California.
You know where the fires are in Sonoma?
Oh, yeah.
This close.
Ooh, yeah, and never do this you don't ever want to do this with the homos.
Yeah.
They're probably signing off right now. They're probably like leaving us as we speak. That's all it takes. I know.
This helps.
I don't know what it's about, but I do know that our friends out on the West Coast, and not just California, but in Oregon and in Washington, we want to send you our best wishes, because not only are you dealing with the crazy chlamydia 19 that we're all dealing with, but you're also dealing with those terrible fires and the drought and everything out there. So we're thinking of you. We are. N39, because not everyone has enough money to be able to live on both the West Coast and the East Coast. So congratulations, guys. I'm glad. And you're retired? Is that
We're retired,
yes.
So you're on a fixed income.
Done
You're
with the
living
man.
on both coasts, and you're gambling. And
Yes.
What could go wrong?
God in heaven, exactly. And you're drinking, I hope. I hope you're drinking at this point.
Yeah, light beer. Yeah.
G46. Where do you live in P-Town, roughly? You don't have to give me your address, but at East Side?
West End. The West End.
Lord in heaven. Get Chris in here from the P-Town Brewery. How much money these homos got? Yes. They're living in California and on the west side of P-Town. You don't live on the west side of P-Town. You live in the trailer park, don't you?
Whoa.
That's where the trailer park is.
Yeah. The trailer park's not in a ritzy area, though. Trailer park's real. That's the real people. That's the workers. And as glamorous as it sounds to own a brewery in P-Town, it's a lot of work, isn't it? I see Chris there every time I'm there, and Chris, remember, I would take my scooter, and because of the chlamydia 19, I drove down Bradford, so I didn't have to have people breathing on me on the way to work, And I would come in I came in right next to the brewery every night.
Right, yeah.
And
Nice
oftentimes had to move your kegs out of the way so I could get through the scooter, as I recall. I should have said something then, but I'd rather say something now on national TV. G52, is that right? Yeah, G52. So now, how long have you boys been living on both coasts?
Oh, a long time.
Okay.
Time. Way long.
15
years.
15 years, and I was in P-Town. This is my 18th summer this last year. Now,
we love you.
You just opened your business last year, the P-Town Brewery, and may I just say, it's on Bradford. If you know P-Town, it's on Bradford, kind of right near the middle of town, right where you get off. If you get off the ferry and you keep walking through town, you cross Commercial Street, you get to Bradford, take a right, and just go down the street, and you'll see it. And every time I went by this year, they have a big courtyard, a big patio, whatever you call it. And it was just full the whole time. When did you officially open?
We opened August 5th of last year, of 2019.
It's all in the timing. It's all in the timing. 075. But what? You made it through the winter, though, even though with the chlamydia and everything. And people were still able to come in and enjoy your establishment, or did you have to not? Here in Minnesota, everything got closed for months.
we were like closed for a few months, and then we were able to open up in early May, and then outdoor was allowed to be open in June, and then we got open indoors for right before season started. So we got very lucky.
And you're not having any problems with those hairstylists next door.
No.
Who is that? What about me?
I know.
How nice and quiet I am. I mean, you're much noisier than me. Okay, 061. Unbelievable. Yeah, we had a little problem with the hairstylist next door. It just badgered us the whole time. I mean, the whole summer. The whole About the time you think to yourself, egads. I mean, do you ever get tired? I mean, you think all that cutting and vacuuming and stuff. They never got tired. I don't know. They should have. I suggested extend your hours, And so anyway, they were our neighbors. But who were great neighbors? This guy right here. Couldn't have been more helpful for us. And you also, Chris, now you are going to be giving away a gift certificate tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Got a gift card for you.
And how much is that gift card worth?
$50.
$50.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's a lot of beer. That's a lot of beer. I-20, everybody. What'd you do, Chris? What'd you do before? Because the guys next to you here that are in P-Town, one of them runs and bakes. Which one is that runs and bakes?
That's me. That's me.
That's what I was going to guess.
Yeah.
And then the other one works with mentors college students.
Very cool.
Isn't that nice? While you're getting people drunk, these other people are really making an effort. And
I'm
really
getting drunk. What are you talking about?
We still get drunk at night.
It's not for everybody. The whole doing good thing doesn't. It's not for me. I mean, I don't know. I just thought, I'd mention it. G59. Don't forget, it's bingo in any direction, for crying out loud. And you can a magnet. Anyway, so Chris, now, you what did you do before you ran a brewery?
I did store design for Kiehl's and Ralph Lauren and residential construction, and got into brewing. So it's been all over the place.
That kind of sounds like amazing. Look at that. Can't wait to head back to. Oh, isn't that nice? Dale, somebody. Do you know him? Can't wait to head back. Oh, people are just emailing us and talking to us. I got to keep calling the balls. Hang on a minute. B15. I like to get caught up in things, and then I don't call the ball. You got to grab my balls and play. Otherwise. So anyway, so how many, have you ever counted how much beer you go through?
We keep that. We keep a record of it. We have to for our license, but we've gone through quite a bit this year, a lot more than expected. So,
really?
Yeah, I think we've gone through just over 500 barrels this year, so it's been pretty good.
Gads, no wonder the path was always blocked going next to your building. 500, boy. And then, have you been to Gary and George? Have you been to isn't it a great place?
Trivia night in the winter.
Yes,
it's so fun.
Everybody, it's a lot of fun. Keep it going for sure.
062. Trivia nights are fun. We occasionally do that too. But we're just taking a little break from that right now because it's been a little crazy. I've been a little busy. So we're taking a little break from it, but we do it like once a month. We haven't set a date for the next one, but it's fun, isn't it? And I was on they do like we're doing now with our broadcasts where we're bringing people in and talking and all that. They do one of those called Good Morning P-Town. Do they still do that? Bob and
Wake Up P-Town.
Yeah.
Or Wake Up Bob and Harrison.
What's it? Yeah. Oh, they're both so cute. Is that Harrison single?
Wake Up in P-Town. Yes.
Is that Harrison single?
Yes, yes, he is.
He's single. How about you? You single? Are you single?
I'm actually just recently engaged, actually. So.
Oh, yay! Are you engaged?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic! Let's call the next number. B7. Now it says, who is this? Is this somebody I know? She's bingo. Thank God. Otherwise, we're talking about your partner, and nobody wants to hear about that. So, all right, who won, Chris? Who was it?
From North Truro, it was Glenna Dusky. It's like a Provincetown day. Yes,
that's really close to P-Town. It's
like a P-Town day.
Is it just her?
Just Glenna.
Hot dog, we got a wiener. Let's hear it. Play that. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Well, as I fill up the bingo cage, I look out the window and guess who just happened to roll around? Chris, guess who's here?
I hope it's Naomi, because I've been missing Naomi. I brought extra beer for Naomi.
Don't worry, she's already had it. She's just leaning against the glass window. Look, I'm gonna have to go bang on the window and wait. I didn't even see her out there. She wasn't there when we started. So you'll notice I didn't. Anyway, a lot of you know who Naomi is. She plays the harp, and she also plays at A Mighty Fortress Is Our God Lutheran Church in Richfield, the 10 a.m. service on Sundays, which is our contemporary service, the 8:30 service for the old folks with those terrible old hymns. Hey, look at this. So anyway, did you see Naomi out there? So Naomi plays the harp for us, but it's Oktoberfest. And so I think she's been at Sandy's Tap on 66th and 10 for the last, I don't know. It's tough. I think she has Mondays off now. And so anyway, it starts a little early. So I'm going to go bang on the window. But I think you have somebody to thank, don't you? So I'll be right back. So
we do. We have a bunch of people that we get to thank. So each week we really want to say thank you to those that support our show, and especially those that do it week after week. So let's start with our Golden Tiara Club. Those are the ones who really they've been at so many bingos and are always helping out. We're so grateful for that. And that includes Brian Keene. We have Gordon Rhodes, Mark Gordon, Dan Delaney, Mike Reese, and Marilyn Schneider. Thanks a ton. We really appreciate it. And we also have to thank Wendy, Zika, Paul Parisi, Derek Andridge, John Hollingshead, Stefan Rochwell, Sherry Brown, Paul Goodman, Leslyn Flaherty, David Noble, Deborah Veit, and Sam Garanzini. And I think I need to start practicing to pronounce these beforehand.
wow, it seems like we have an international crowd.
How appropriate for Oktoberfest.
I know. Isn't that great? And then we have all these. Hang on a minute. She's almost there. Give me just a second, Chris. So
this is a great time, by the way. If you haven't, you can show some support so we can continue to buy Naomi the beer that she's probably already finished.
Yeah, you gotta quit yapping. Quit yapping. We gotta get to the next game before she falls asleep again. There she goes. She's looking at me. She's looking at me now. She said, "Oh, so we're gonna play one more game now, or two more games actually." Stop. Now you can do it now. Perfect. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you. She's gonna get sick on herself tonight. That's too bad. So anyway, but we are gonna play a second game of Bingo Bonanza tonight. And as you know, we already had one big winner, and we had a share winner in Florida and a winner of our first game, which was Bingo in Any Direction, somebody from North Truro, down right by where some of our people are calling in from our live studio audience. So this time we're going to use the letter F. That's right, the letter F, which of course, when you're talking about Oktoberfest, the letter F stands for Frankfurter. It is Frankfurter time. That's right, folks, which means that you are going to use the free space. We're going to use all the letter N's, okay? And then the letter G, but we're not going to call any B's, I's, or O's. So you're going to get just the hi there, hello, how are you? So we're going to just call the letters, I got to clear my throat, hang on a minute. Just the N's and then a couple of the, anyway, you'll see it, for crying out loud. Figure it out, okay. There you go. Don't forget you can play on 3 cards. And if you need to, just hit refresh. If you just hit refresh, then it will be, it will give you 3 new cards, and then you can start playing again, okay? And so I'm going to roll the balls out here. And remember, we're only calling, what are we calling? N's and G's. Just N's and G's, okay? And N's and G's are white balls and the green ones. The white and the green. Of course, I don't see any white or green right now. But let me talk to Ann and Patty, if I could. Ann and Patty. We're going to start with you. And look at Ann and Patty. Oh, my goodness. They are ready for October. Oh, Guten Tag, Buenos Aires. I mean, all the German I can think of. Adonde es beautiful. Look at you. What do your pumpkins say?
Oh, really? It's so early to be talking about that.
I know. Tell me about it.
Because it's Oktoberfest, we have pumpkin pie. Or if you like apple strudel from Germany, Patty's got the apple strudel.
Not the strudel.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I feel like I'm back in the war. This is great. This is fantastic.
We fill every morning.
I love it. Wow, look at those two. Look at you're getting compliments when they're typing the compliments in.
And
It means they're afraid to talk to you.
Behind us. I'm sorry, but
Hang on a minute. We're going to start this thing. N44, N44. So, ladies, now we're only calling, what did I say? Only N. Geez, look at this. Holy smokes. Here comes Lewis. Hey. Now, do you have a dog or a cat? What are you, lesbians without a cat?
we had a pause for a minute. We got a couple of horses out back here, ma'am, and we got some
We
goats.
met in rehab.
You met in rehab?
We did. We met at
I
Betty.
was the nurse, and she was in rehab, and then I became in rehab.
So
Not as a
actually,
nurse.
no, at Betty Ford, it's lovely. We had a suite. It was a 2-bedroom. She was the nurse taking care of me. And then finally, well, you know the rest. And so.
Oh, I know how that goes. I know. Yeah. N33, N33. And where are you living? Where is home, girls?
Well, we have a trailer park, and it's south of Boston in the trailer park. Notice how we decorated the trailer park tonight. But we live on the island of Dead Ham, formerly Dedham.
Well, somebody told me that you obviously know someone famous because you know me now. Although I haven't met you before. I think this is the first time we met, isn't it?
Are you ready? May I?
May you?
May I?
Oh,
We met at the dentist.
let me see. What? Where was that?
What did I just get, a root canal? Look.
I know. Where was that?
We were in P-Town, honey, in front of Crown and Anchor, very late. And it's amazing how one thinks they're attractive after a few cocktails.
I know you. Actually, that's the same look that Naomi has out on. Naomi's playing the harp on my right outside my patio window. I won't let her in the house because she keeps getting sick on the linoleum. You know.
But the Colgate white strips are doing a great job. You look fab.
N41, N41. Well, girls, now tell me, you met someone else famous too.
This is Boy George.
Right, you went to Boy George. And you know, I actually met Boy George one time. Oh, did you get a chance to meet him then?
Do you really want to hurt me?
He's the nicest guy on earth. He is such a nice person.
No, he's so nice, but he gets mad if he wants to take your camera to do the selfie. He taught me my first selfie. And if you let him, trust him.
G51, G51. Keep going, I'm listening.
Keep going. It's a show we got to run here. So if you give him your phone and you have a little trust, he's good. But I have been at shows where people don't want to give him the phone, and he gets mad.
Oh, yeah. You're talking to somebody. You're talking to somebody like that. You know why? Is because if I take the selfie, it looks good. And we end up with a nice picture. If you hand your camera to some schmo, you know, I hate to swear, but it's just how I feel. You know, you hand your camera to somebody and they take a terrible picture. I don't want that. You know, Wendy, I love Boy George. Anyway, so I got to meet Boy George once because I emceed a show that he was involved in. And you know what? He was one of the only entertainers of and RuPaul was there and other people were there. He was the only one that left his dressing room door open so anybody could walk in and say hello. He didn't stop anyone. He was the nicest guy. He was such a salt of the earth. God bless him. Salt of the earth. So, but you know somebody else famous, N39. And I have to say, I know who this is. And I have to have you tell me this story because I am sort of in love with this woman and I have not met her and you have.
It's the best story. It's the best. But everybody needs to have a sip and play bingo. You have to. It's the best. It's the best.
Well, who you got to tell me who it was. You went to Boy George and you sat next to someone famous. Who was it?
You want to call the ball or should I go?
Let me call the ball. G52. Now you go. Who was it?
Janet Jackson, Control, CD, look at me, Miss Control. But I love you. I've been watching you since March, and I'm sorry, I just have to say this to the audience. This fabulous woman had saved me and all of us through COVID. Every Thursday night, I would laugh, and I'm sorry, Miss Richfield, I got to give you a round.
Wow, you
are amazing.
But
Sorry.
you got me through it. It goes both ways, girl. It goes both ways. Because I would have gone bonkers here by myself.
No,
with
you
Naomi.
and Chris and Joe and Eli, all of you. I just want to say thank you, and you did a tremendous service to everybody. So thank you.
Well, thanks for participating. Thanks for being supportive. We also appreciate that. We know, and we appreciate your support as well. Thank you so much, Anne, and your beautiful Are you partners? You and Pam?
No, God, no. So
we met in the bar.
G60.
Irish as the day is long.
In Dedham.
Yeah.
Jesus
you
Christ.
still haven't told us who your famous friend is, though. You got to tell us.
Chris or somebody has a photo. Do you have a photo of her?
Oh, yeah. Put the photo up.
Okay. All right. So here's the story. I'll make it quick and let me know when you have to call. So I go to Boy George at the Bank of America Pavilion, and I'm telling a story to a bunch of my friends. And this woman is watching me laughing. And I said, you want to come over and join? And she said, you were so funny. I can't remember the story. And the more I kept looking at her, I said, wait a minute, I know you. And she went, shh, don't say anything. So I'm with a group of friends, and one of the guys in the group, don't really know him that well. He's really cute, straight. She said, please don't tell them who I am, because I know you know who I am. And I said, I promise. I know you're Elvira. You're absolutely stunning. So I said, I promise, but if you would join our table. So my friend, a friend of a friend, he's had a bunch of drinks, and he goes, who's your friend? After a couple, I go, her name is Susan. He goes, Susan, huh? He goes, Susan, nice rack. I go, oh my God, you did.
Hang on, let me call this G50. But that is hilarious, and her name was Susan.
And I kept calling her Susan the whole night. So the next day,
what is her real name?
I go, Cassandra Peterson.
That's what it is. She's amazing.
On Facebook, I go, hey, Bill, great time last night. He goes, yeah. I go, and I took a picture of Elvira and a picture of Cassandra, and I go, here's your rack. Send. He was horrified. Yeah.
But at the same time, he sort of called it right. I mean, she does have
the perfect as a woman. Go ahead, call the ball.
Oh my God, G56.
Can I tell you, ladies, he has the most perfect set of boobs like ever.
And she looked nice. Was she nice?
Beyond. So nice.
See, she seems like what I was saying about Boy George, that she's a nice person. I bet she's just pleasant.
Salt of the earth, and she goes to Comic-Con every year, and her and Boy George are best friends. Who knew? Cyndi Lauper was in the audience, met Cyndi, had a glass of wine backstage. She's like, be careful, I got a cough. And Cassandra and Boy, and it was fun. And so
it's insane. G49. We keep getting all these G's instead of the N's that we need. Hang on. G59. So, but now Patty, what does Patty do for work? What do you do for work, Anne?
I'm actually
you're a food person.
A real nurse.
Oh, she's a real nurse.
Yes, I am.
Feeling her pulse. She's real.
Yep.
She's a real nurse.
Hopefully she's not working tomorrow.
No.
M36.
Oh, no, I'm retired.
Oh, you're retired. Oh my gosh. All these retired people. That's like George and Gary and their fancy. So now hang on a minute. I want to bring Chris and Miss Vanessa in because we're talking about famous people, and you do not realize that Chris is a famous person too. Aren't you, Chris?
Yep. It's me with my friend Kim Zimmer from Guiding Light.
Guiding Light, sweetie.
God.
I know. That's why I wanted you to tell your story first, because, when you've been on Guiding Light, forget it. I mean,
Me and June Lockhart.
It's embarrassing. Oh, look at her. Oh, my God. You know her. You got to meet her?
Yep.
Guiding Light.
She's fantastic. Hang on. G55.
The Guiding Light.
The guiding light, and then you were also on to tell the truth.
Back when I was like 16 years old.
You were 16 years old when you were on to tell the truth?
Yeah, it was shot in New York City at 30 Rock, and Gary Moore was the MC. I was supposed to be a Boy Scout who'd earned all the merit badges, and my folks were out of town, so I took the train into the city myself and got no votes.
You got no votes?
No, Gene Rayburn tripped me up. He asked me a question about GLM, which is the graduated length method for skiing. And the guy was from Miami and had to go somewhere where there was snow because there was no snow where he lived. Anyway, it was ridiculous. I wore my tennis shoes. The pants weren't long. The pictures are, I'll send you a picture. It's pretty ridiculous.
I was going to say, do you have a photo of that?
Yeah, I do. But
like something I'd like to see. I mean, the guiding light thing is fine, but really, hang on a minute. We got a bingo. Don't go anywhere. Who got bingo?
We have one lucky bingo. It is Alex from Buffalo, New York.
Oh, wow. Our East Coast folks are just making a haul tonight. You heard it. Hot dog, we got a wiener. Let's play that music.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
I want to remind you that I have masks for sale. I think we might have restocked them. I don't know. But I got a bunch of things for sale on my MissRichfield.com store. So if you go to my website, you just hit store. You can do that. If you're still in P-Town, and we do have some folks still in P-Town, you can go to Cool as a Moose right in the middle of town. And I think they're still open, at least on the weekends now. And I should ask Chris that. Chris, are they still open? I think they're still open. But anyway, I got to check in with them. Esma and Michael and the gang there at Cool as a Moose. Anyway, so I'm getting this ready for our third and final game. But while I prepare for this, I also want to remind you, if you can help us in any way, because, the price of wieners are really going up these days. And not to mention the fact that we've got wonderful shows coming up, and so I'm out needing to occasionally buy a new outfit, not very often, but occasionally, and because next week our bingo is Bites and Balls bingo next week. Bites and Balls, and I don't know what I'm going to wear. I haven't figured that out yet, but it's Bites and Balls bingo, and it's celebrating diversity. It's celebrating food, so we can talk to Anne a little bit about that. She's actually she specializes in food, and it's going to be because instead of Columbus Day, you can't celebrate Columbus Day anymore. You celebrate ingenuous people or genuine. I don't know what it is. I think it's Ingenuous People Day. Anyway, and so we're going to celebrate people from other areas of the world. So if you know of any foreigners out there that you'd like to have on bingo, let me know. Hi, how are you? Let me know. And we'll get you, because you can go to missrichfieldlive@gmail.com, missrichfieldlive@gmail.com, and share someone else's information. And we'll get a hold of them and see if they're interested in coming, or if you're interested and you understand enough English to be able to answer this question, definitely make sure that we, get hooked up for Bites and Balls bingo next Monday, same time, same place. Now, what we're going to do now is, let me look at my information. Oh, yes. So is that, of course, one of the things that I think of, not only drinking, but I also think of food when I think, food, there we go, when I think of Oktoberfest. And so I thought sharing a recipe would be great. And many of you remember when we did my pajama party that I shared a recipe. This cat is fantastic. You are lovely. So I know we don't rehearse this. He just shows up every so often. Lewis, my buddy Lewis. So anyway, yes, nice bum. Exactly. Thank you. RBG's noticing. So here's the deal. I have a recipe I want to share with you. And this is a recipe I did a few months ago when we did the pajama party, which we'll do again sometime this winter. But it's sort of a German theme. So with no further ado, let's go to Kitchen Corner. Welcome to Kitchen Corner, everyone. Oh, I'm so tickled to bring you this special part of my pajama party where we're going to be introducing a dish you can make for your own pajama party. And as many of you know, oftentimes food really makes the difference between a successful party and just a party that's just so, you know? And with the food, in your kitchen, you always want to make sure before you do anything else that you clean. You want everything to be, all your surfaces to be clean, you know? And so if you've got coffee, you know, that you're drinking, put it away, okay? You've got other things on the counter, clear a spot off for you to work, because today we're going to be making something that only takes really a couple of steps. It's not very complicated, and yet it's still important to get everything done in order. I speak, of course, of our wonderful dish, the Crown Roast of Frankfurter. Crown Roast of Frankfurter. It's delicious, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. And oh, be careful, don't run Mommy's. It's her good underwear, pajamas. So all you need is some toothpicks, and I put them in this whimsical and fun planter that so that I'm not trying to get them out of a box, a tiny little box. And then you just need some wieners, and I buy the name brand when I'm cooking for friends. If it's just Louis and I, we just buy the grocery store brand. But for company, I usually get the name brand. And then a cutting board. And look at my cutting board. Isn't that something? It's in the shape of Minnesota. And there's a little star right there. There it is. And that's where Richfield's located. Actually, a friend of mine gave it to me, made it for me, gave it to me. So if you're wondering, where is Richfield? That's where it's located. Okay, now Mommy's working. If you could just move out of the way a little bit. So you need really about a package and a half. You need about 15 weenies, and what you're going to do is just take them on the package like this, and then you're going to cut them about a third of the way up. Here, let me narrow that down there. About a third of the. Okay, now you've touched this one. Now Mommy can't serve this to company. Okay, I'll have to eat this now because you touched it. Okay, so now I have to get a clean one out. So I don't understand now. What you're going to do is you're going to cut it about a third of the way down. So it's going to look like that. You're about a third of the way down. And you're going to do all of them the same way, okay? And then once you get them all done, and I'll just do a few to show you. This is fun. I'm having a nice time. And you're going to, now just do 3 of them. And, yeah. And now, see, Mommy's going to have to eat this one, too. So what you're going to do is, once you get a couple of them done, then you're going to take a toothpick, and you put it through, you get your weenies in a row, and you put it through the weenies like this. Hang on a minute. Where is the, here it is. And you put them through like this. See? Very simply. There we go. Okay, it's just, there's hair on these notes. There's hair. Okay. So you put them through like this, okay? And then they stick together nicely. And then you can stand them up. And they make a beautiful crown when you put them all together. I don't have time for that right now, and quite honestly, the interest. But it looks like this when you get all done. And you can find the recipe in the Red Book in September of 1974, 75. Anyway, it's in the back by a Clairol ad. And, of course, I speak of the Crown Roast of Frankfurter. It's going to be good. And let's go back to our pajama party. Woo! Here we go. Oh, we're going back to the pajama party. Woo! That's right. Here we go. Woo! Oh dear. Oh my God. Ouch. Ow. 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 Ouch. Mmm. That makes me hungry. I don't know about the rest of you, but listen, I want to bring Chris in before we play our final game because we have something very important, don't we,
That's right.
Chris?
So we have a special surprise winner. So in case you happen to want a Frankfurter and a beer and following that recipe was too much for any number of reasons, we have the Fabulous Brewing Company has given us, Provincetown Brewing Company, a gift certificate. And our winner tonight, who's joined us, is Clement Belair. So Clement, congratulations. You're our winner. And so we'll reach out to get you your gift certificate so you can enjoy a beer and a Frankfurter. Congratulations.
Hang on a minute. Wait. Go back to Chris.
So this is a good time for me to try to cover for whatever craziness is going on there. Also a great time if you haven't yet.
Your dog or something. Take off your pants or something. You have
I don't have any pants on, so I can't offer to do that.
Oh, you can do that tonight?
Just tonight. So
well, that's disappointing.
Yes.
Okay, hang on a minute. Okay. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, here we go. Oh, we have the magic beer, which wasn't as magic tonight as sometimes. And I see Tom in Andover, Massachusetts, and Susan in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. I haven't been there. And Jim. I see you, Jim. Where are you? Jim and Clement from P-Town. More people from P-Town. And Sue and Dennis from Minneapolis. And Noel from Arden Hills, Minnesota. And Jason from Columbus, Ohio. Why, oh, why did we leave Ohio? And Scott from New Hampshire. And Nancy from Clare Housing in Minneapolis. And Clare Housing is a super important cause that I support. Clare Housing in Minneapolis, Nancy, and they do wonderful transitional housing for people who are having a tough time. And that reminds me, if there's any of you out there having a tough time, maybe you're having financial problems, maybe you're having health problems, you never know. We see you out there and we want to say hello. And we want to say thank you for joining Bingo Bonanza tonight. It's been an Oktoberfest crazy time, but we always have fun. And we're so glad that you joined us. Oh, and Jim in Boston. Hi, Jim. And look at that. And Thomas from Miami. Oh, ole. And then that's my friends from Mexico, that live in Miami. I like them. And then, and Jerry, and hi, and Wendy and Jerry and little Stella. They come every week. They're so faithful. And they're supporters, too. Don't forget, throw us a few extra dollars if you can. Ooh, and look at that fellow from Buffalo. There's some good-looking people in Buffalo. I got to get myself to Buffalo one of these days. Hello. And, we love you from San Francisco. Hi, don't leave. We got one more game, everybody. Ooh, and Dominic Manello. You're kidding, from Ben Salem, Pennsylvania. That sounds classy. And, and David Peterson just says hi. Need we say more? Sometimes just a smile. You don't even have to say anything. Just a smile will do. And Shannon, hello from Denver. So many people from all over the country joining us. Don't forget to say hello to one another and be kind to one another, especially at this time. We're going through some challenging days. It's more important than ever to get your own magic mirror and see people who need a special hello, like my friend Jamie in Nebraska, or somewhere, I don't know, somewhere in one of those square states in the middle. And then Alice from Dorchester, and Larry, my friend Larry, who I stay with in LA. He also is on, he's on soap operas too. I'll have to ask if you know each other. And so many others. Look at that, Alabama. Oh my gosh. We have to talk to Brad, by the way. So let me put my magic mirror down and say thank you for joining us tonight. And thank you for being part of it. But we've got to play one more game before we leave. And we've got time just to play one more game and to visit with another couple of my guests that we have tonight. Of course, RBG is making sure it's all legal and it's all going the way it's supposed to. But we're going to play one more game, and it's not a very long game tonight either. It's actually kind of a quick game. It's called Lucky 7. And all you have to do is get 7 on that last card, just 7. It doesn't count your free space, so you can't do the free space, but just 7 anywhere on the card. And let me go to Brad in Alabama, because I haven't even talked to you yet, Brad. It's been such a crazy night. It's just been so crazy. I
Been
don't know
fun
what
too.
it is. If it's, Lewis has been, everyone's been crazy tonight. You know what I'm saying? And so hang on a minute. I'm going to get some balls rolling here. In the meantime, though, you are in the Air Force, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
I am. Yes.
And what do you do in the Air Force down there in Alabama? I didn't know.
I work for the. Actually, work for the air.
Alabama. Do they have airports in Alabama?
Oh gosh, yes.
They didn't years ago. They didn't. No, 10
No,
years ago.
it's pretty new. It was
You had to
pretty
take
new.
the bus into Alabama. Yeah, you had to take the bus.
Yep.
And 43, everybody. And 43.
I work at a National Guard base. I do electronic warfare down there.
I know it's a little crazy, but I have to ask you now. What do you do in the Air Force?
Oh, let me grab the mic right here. I do electronic warfare down there.
Electronic warfare.
Yep.
Wow, that sounds like I don't have a follow up, but I'm trying to think of one. What does that mean? What do you do?
A lot of radar jamming and internet monitoring and things like that.
Oh, so you're helping with the internet and that whole type of thing.
Oh yes, and I work on fighter jets too, and they jam radar, and so I jam the radar on those.
You're jamming radar.
I do.
That sounds, it sounds nice when you say it. I don't know if I want to hear, Ann and Patty say that. You know what I mean? Because
I know, right? Personality.
Radar, they'd probably break it. When you think about it. N31. And tonight though, and you're single, you're by yourself.
Very single, yes.
How can you look that cute? Story on that. Have you had a boyfriend lately or a girl?
I've actually never had a relationship.
Ever?
Ever.
How long have you been in the military?
20 years this year.
Wow, would you start in the 3rd grade? How's that possible? And 38. Are you serious?
Moisturize. I can't stress this enough.
Moisturize and cram, or what did you say? What you did with the radar? Or you
jam it? Jam.
So moisturizer and jam as much as you can. And everybody, G46. And then tell us now, how long you been in Alabama? Because the military, you move around, right?
Yes, actually, I was in the Navy before that. I'm actually from the town that I live in now. I spent 9 years in the Navy and got out, and they gave me a job down here with the National Guard base, and I got to move home.
And so, but are you still considered in? I
am. I'm full-time active duty.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
That is so nice. And they let you move from one arm of the military to the other.
A lot of paperwork.
Oh my God, amazing. And 41. And it's nice that you can be out now.
Yes.
It used to be don't ask, don't tell, and
I remember it well.
Really, it was tough. And it's so exciting but you still haven't found anyone special. Do you live in a town? Where do you live? What's the name of your city?
Well, for 9 years I lived in the city of Montgomery. It's the capital city. And I moved about 10 miles north to a small town called Millbrook.
Oh, so maybe that's a part of the reason though. Maybe you need to move back to it's only 10 miles away though, right? To the capital?
It is. I've got the webs to look and see, and I've got plenty of friends.
And you've got lots of friends. You know what? And that's the most important thing now anyway. You really can't. Dating these days is hard. Well, with the chlamydia 19, it's going around. It's that contagious chlamydia from China. I-22.
It was hard to throw a party during this stuff, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, you folks in the military know about the chlamydia. All right, so B, everybody, B8. What's the favorite place you've ever lived? What's the most favorite place of all the places you've been?
Such a toss-up. I'm going to say Beaufort, South Carolina.
Really?
It was right outside of Savannah. It was gorgeous.
Savannah's beautiful.
It was.
Oh, Savannah's beautiful. Right on the ocean. Very pretty. We were there. I was there when Hugo rolled in. I don't think you were probably born yet, but
I remember Hugo.
Hugo was a while ago. Hey, wait a minute.
Got a bingo.
I already have a bingo. How's that possible? Chris, how's that possible?
It goes fast.
Oh,
especially when you're looking and talking to Brad, things just go much faster.
Oh, did you hear? She just Naomi just played. Did you hear it? Hang on a minute. I'll have her play one more time. Sorry, I couldn't wake her up. Hang on a minute. She's just looking in the window. I'm just gonna. Isn't that nice? All right, who won?
So we have two winners. We have first we have Dominic from Ben Salem, and then second.
Way. Did he win?
Yes.
Oh dear. Oh, I don't know about that. The people in Ben Salem have so much money.
Yeah, we don't know if they need to.
Be getting a free magnet from us. They can buy their own magnet. Who else?
And our second winner is Dina from Warren, Ohio.
Ooh, that sounds classy now. Warren, Ohio. Hot dog, we got a wiener.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Well, it was a bit organized chaos tonight, but I'm so glad you joined us for the very exciting Oktoberfest Bingo. And I also want to remind you, next week, we are going to be doing our Bites and Balls Bingo with an international flair for the ingenuous people of the world who, I don't know, came over on ships years ago. I don't know what the whole story is. Anyway, I'll get the background. But we want people from different cultures on. So if you know of anyone who is from another culture that wants to join us for bingo next week, please have them touch base with us on missrichfieldlive@gmail.com. And my friend Eli in Philly, who's one of our 5 folks that puts this together every week, Eli is usually the one that answers all our emails. And we appreciate Eli so much. And Joe in Minneapolis. And of course, my manager, Matt, down there, and Chris. I also want to say thank you to all my guests tonight. And we had such a crazy time. And we lost Chris at one point, Chris down in P-Town, because he had to close down the brewery. And I think he might run into a slight problem when Naomi got his, Naomi found out his web page. And so I think the internet might have crashed or something. But anyway, he had to run. But don't forget to visit Provincetown Brewing Company. You can go online or certainly stop in when you're in P-Town. And of course, our friends George and Gary, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here, guys. And congratulations on being bi-coastal. That's pretty fantastic. And I hope to see you when I'm back in P-Town, which probably won't be till next summer. But let's hope we have a healthier, better summer. I want to thank Chris from Orlando and your beautiful friend, Chris, Miss Vanessa. Thank you so much. Time to talk. Oh my gosh, look at that. There's the picture of you. That's to tell the truth. Oh, man, you look fantastic. Look at you. I would have believed you. You look like a badge winner to me. And thank you, Brad and Ann and Patty and everybody who joined. Oh my gosh, we're getting a show from our yeah. Well, you know what? It makes me want to spell something special. Let's do it together. L.
There we go.
L.
The way you look
It's L
at me.
and then O.
It's for the only one. Not
You do with your legs.
I got a cramp.
Oh, Lord.
Anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you. Ooh. Love was made for me and you. I love you all. Good night.
So you have a new name.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Now it's your turn. Join with me.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play. Now you.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your